Hello there and welcome to Camperland TV. Caravans and coffee, two of my great passions. And in this episode, you're going to get a big hit of both. Plus, we catch up with Jase from All for Adventure on the Jayco stand at this year's Queensland Caravan and Camping show in Brisbane.
Thank you so much.
Cheers, mate.
First though, here's one way to make $1 while you do your lap of the map. A very cool conversion of a Jayco Crosstrak, a collaboration between Brisbane Camperland and a Gold Coast company known as Espresso 79.
Coffee is a big element, a big factor in our life. It has been for a long time. We believe that the starting point of anyone's day, it starts at a coffee, and it's become a ritual. It's not a habit anymore. In the vision of what we were to do was have a complete off-grid mobile espresso bar, traveling out there, taking that cafe environment to people. We looked at going off-grid. We looked at using, lithium batteries and the likes. We're using the Victron gear through the Safari platforms, and that's where it's all sort of just really evolved within the last sort of 18 months, because the work has sort of come to fruition of what my vision was to be off-grid.
Obviously have a fine love for coffee, love for four-wheel drive vehicles. Saw what you're doing with the 79 series cruisers and just fell in love. And thought, how can we do that? What can we do with one of our products to turn it into something like what you're building with the 79s?
Yeah.
So we had to come up with something that was tangible. Looked at the products and went Crosstrak.
Yeah.
Straight away. It's almost
the coffee
set
windows
up.
there
The
from
coffee
factory.
windows there from factory. You can't find an easier product to establish as a coffee cart, and it's just taken off from there.
Yeah.
So what I started off with was a very narrow vision of how this project could end up, and then Andrew's taken it and put his creative touch on it, and now we end up with what we've got working behind us here. And so this van, like someone can take this away, use it as a coffee cart, but it still fully functions.
Whether they want to brew a coffee or
factory.
they want to serve 20, 30, 50 people at a campground, or they just want to do their dishes as per normal, cook on the induction, run the air conditioner, and just live as per normal, this is catering.
Yeah, so the idea was to have it ready in time for the show. That's our deadline, by the way.
Thanks,
you're working towards the schedule. So we're going to use this to serve our own customers. So, we'll have a lot of interested customers there wanting to see this thing. So yeah, come on down. It'll be in our office area at the Brisbane show. And Andrew will be serving coffees there with beautiful Janelle and looking after our customers.
Definitely.
We'll have a bit of fun.
Yeah, that it will be. That it will be.
Well, that's amazing.
On the subject of coffee, on a recent trip to Noosa's North Shore, we ran into a very enterprising local who was allowing campers to greet the sunrise with coffee in hand. How very Noosa.
So it comes black, and you can either add milk or syrup to it.
Yeah.
And sweet cold foam's like a cold cappuccino.
Give me one of those.
Yeah.
That sounds good. How did you get into this sort of coffee?
So there's a cafe in town called Clandestino's. Yeah, they just had nitro coffee on the menu, and I thought that was pretty cool. What can I do with that?
Wow.
Because if you watch that, so what you see is actually micro bubbles, so it turns into like a Guinness or like a stouts.
Oh, okay.
It's cold brew coffee and it's infused with nitrogen.
Right. Goodness me. You may have a convert here, mate. As you can tell by looking at me, I love my beer, and you said it's like drinking Guinness, so.
Yeah.
Well, that's amazing. So good.
Absolute treat, isn't it?
At this year's Queensland Caravan and Camping show, Brisbane Camperland stand took on an outdoors feel. And you don't get much more outdoors than Jase from All for Adventure. If you're a fan of the show, you'll know that they don't like sleeves on their shirts and they love their Jayco Crosstrak. That is, of course, if you call doing this to it love.
Oh, made it! Woo!
So this year on season 12, we ran the Jayco Crosstrak. Now, we did some pretty tough tracks and travelled some diverse terrain with that thing. 1/2 metre, 300, dropping over the edge now. Yep, you're good. And not to mention Simon's red line master driving.
Jase is on the stand today to meet the fans and talk about his passion for Jayco Caravans.
Jase, we're standing in front of the Crosstrak here. You're obviously taking this away on your travels. Where have you taken it to? What sort of
well, so we literally spent half last month filming the first half of season 14 of All for Adventure with the new version. Yep. So this is the new model of the Crosstrak. And mate, I'll tell you what, we have just tackled some of the toughest Cape conditions because we went a month early this year. Yep. The poor old Crosstrak saw a lot of mud, a lot of water. Yeah, we put it through its paces.
So how did it hold up? Through the mud and through the water?
Well, I made it back home.
That's amazing.
No, it actually held up really well.
Yeah.
The improvements that you've made, so you're only just going up another level again. You're getting not only a good product, you're getting an even better product now with the new model. Yeah.
Favourite feature of the Crosstrak?
Oh, the favourite feature has to be the kitchen, mate.
Yep.
Like number one. You know, people want to cook outside these days. They don't want to be in the confines. They can do that at home. They want to sit outside. You got the fire, the chairs, and they want to be social. And yeah, everything here is like, you know, you put the awning out, you lift the big lid up, you know, access your pots and pans. You can't, you know, you can be social. You can be talking to people around the fire while you're cooking dinner.
So whether you're this kind of weekend warrior or this kind, Brisbane Camperland can sort you. For more information, head to their website and we'll see you next time on Camperland TV.